WWE Smackdown Viewership Ratings Report 6/27/2025. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Elena. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. The final 3-hour WWE Smackdown show, which aired on June 27th, 2025, was a mixed bag in terms of overall viewership figures and key demographic ratings. With one metric declining and the other increasing. Last week's show drew an average overall viewership of 1.45 million viewers, which is a 5% decline from the previous week's 1.524 million viewers, according to Programming Insider. The show was marginally higher than the trailing 4-week average, which is currently at 1.43 million viewers. However, viewership for June is significantly lower than the same period last year, with this year's SmackDown averaging 1.45 million, while the average of June 2024 was 2.19 million. It should be noted, however, that the Blue brand aired on Fox last year and is now broadcast on USA Network. While the average overall viewership was down for last week's show, the key demographic rating increased by 8% to 0.41, compared to 0.38 the previous week. WrestleNomics also reported that WWE's Friday night show was #1 on both broadcast and cable for the all-important 1849 demographic. However, like the overall viewership, the key demographic ratings are also down when comparing the June 2025 numbers to June 2024, with this year's shows averaging a 0.40 rating for the month compared to 0.63 last June, which is a 37% decline. Last week's SmackDown was taped at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and the show put the final touches on storylines heading into Night of Champions, which took place a day later at the same venue. This week's show has also been taped at the PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and it will be the first 2-hour show since SmackDown moved to USA Network last year. Mistakes that made fans turn on WWE wrestlers. We quote V, all made mistakes throughout our lives. Some small, some large, and some that you don't know are mistakes until many years later. Wrestling is an industry where one mistake can have a ripple effect that is felt for years to come. But at times, these mistakes are so bad that it's the wrestlers themselves that get the short end of the stick, whether it's their fault or not. Wrestlers are usually at the mercy of the booker. Whatever the booker says goes. And if a wrestler doesn't play ball, then they are either punished, embarrassed, or thrown out of the promotion so fast they don't know what's happened. A wrestler will go out and do the booker's bidding. They will attempt to get the crowd on their side, even if they know that what they are doing is ridiculous. And the true greats of the game will get the majority of people to come around for them. However, even the very best this industry has to offer has had the fans turn on them for mistakes that they weren't even at fault for. In the ring, there are fine margins. One slip-up or 1 foot wrong can take a move from being a spectacular finish to a career-ending accident. But that's not what we are talking about here today. This list will detail and break down some of the most infamous moments in WWE history, where the fans turned their backs on some of the biggest stars in the industry, all because of decisions that might have looked good on paper, but ended up being massive mistakes. Given the star power of some of these names, a number of them have since recovered and rehabbed their image, while others are still feeling the effects to this day.